Legend of Dragoon.
Welcome back, Friendigos, to the What If Remastered series. I've done this part 1 about a lot of months ago, nearly a year ago, where it was What If Remastered, talking about a lot of the systematic changes that I felt needed to be done, that were necessities to take the game into the current generation. This time, I may talk about a lot of more gameplay and game mechanic specific avenues that aren't necessities, but would be cool. Things that would be cool if they were to happen. So I'm gonna start this off, and a lot of these ideas are gonna be probably out there, but hear me out, and hopefully you'll enjoy the ride. First on the What If series is perfect counters. Now, you guys are all aware of the addition system. You have to be. If not, you're drunk. Why are you here? These are addition squares that circulate, spiral down until they hit like a square. They spiral down from like a diamond shapes until they hit a square, and you hit it exactly when the squares overlap. So, in the addition system, there are actually 3 layers where you can input your press. Your slightly early, slightly late, and then there is a just right, or the perfect. So with perfect counters, here's my idea, is there will be a small bonus damage for a perfect press on a counter square. Let's say, so that's when you get the square just right and the flash is right, that's a perfect press, perfect frame perfect. So let's say on the counter part of the addition, it deals double damage if you hit it perfectly. So in this case, a volcano, which at the beginning of the game does 2 damage plus 2 damage plus 2, which equals 6. In this case, it'd be 2 plus 4 plus 2. So moving on to the What If Edition number 2, to the What If Remastered, would be perfect additions. Similar to perfect counters, this one would be a small SP and damage bonus to a full perfect addition from start to finish. From the first input all the way to the last, so the longer the addition, the harder it's going to be to get. And let's say that is a 10% bonus to damage for pulling this off. So in this instance, let's take a 28 damage addition of volcano, let's say. That will take it from 28 damage and bump it up to 30 for getting it perfectly. And let's say, to add a bit of momentum, a layer of momentum in here to get people involved and feeling like they're grooving on, they're getting that groove thing on. And let's say after getting 2 in a row, there is another perfect. So the next perfect after getting 2 in a row is increased to 20% until failure. So this will be like an NBA Jam type of momentum thing,
He's on fire, or she's on fire,
The more in a row that you get, and until you drop it, you keep on that bonus damage. So let's say, for instance, just to put numbers out there, that will take it from 28 damage. To get a frame perfect, that'll bump it up to 30, and then if you get the triple perfect, that bumps it up to 33. Moving on, here's where things get a little bit out there. More out there than just clicking on this video. Okay, but here's where we go into the Twilight Zone. What if number 3, Shana and crafting. A new ability accessed in the menu and battle. So what this is, take a target battle item. It can be crafted into a permanent arrow for Shana Nanana. An elemental, poison, instant kill, speed down, magic 6 stone, power down, you name it. As long as Shana crafts it via her turn or in the menu, the attack will play out like an item. Follow all the item's rules, meaning if it's a repeat item, it can only be used once. All the rules applies, just it is applied to Shana's physical stats. It will make you say like, why would you do that instead of just throwing the item at Shana? Hear me out. So the items, I'm going through, because I wrote this down. Shut up. Let me get to it. I'll get to the point in 1 minute. The items will be considered used from the inventory once they are applied to Shana's via crafting. By doing so, this means repeat items are permanently traded, so you will no longer have access to them except for with Shana. So you might be thinking, why would I give off a repeat item to this character? Why would I give her items that she's stronger using with magic? Why would I have her crafted? You're taking the items out of your inventory and they're getting it into Shana's equipment slots. Here's another thing. Shana, you may be thinking, where are all these useful items going? How was Shana replace those items, replace her crafted items, arrows, if we want to adjust them. Does that mean we permanently lose all the good items we gave her? Shauna has an addition screen just like everybody else. Only for Shauna, additions cannot be used. So there's no fun allowed for her. So what this would allow is, instead of having additions, she would instead have an arrow list that you can choose arrow types for her to play with. And you know, all these changes to Shauna, this would allow her to have multi-targeting physicals, among many other things. You could get creative with what you could do with the magic 6 stone permanently attached to Shauna, or poison or whatever, and multi-targeting physicals. You get creative with that. Moving on, it'll make Shauna, if nothing else, it'll give her the public opinion favor that a lot of people seem to think she sucks, which I don't know why. But you know, she's pretty buff already. So moving on to what if number 4? What if number 4? We have the perfect edition, Dragoonic edition. In the Dragoon command menu, you have the edition, you have the spell. But what if you had 2 Dragoon editions? One would be your traditional 5-ring, you know, perfect, nobody knows it exists. But the other one, in conception, the newborn, would be a multi-target AoE physical, which doesn't exist in the game, you know, as it is. And just a nice thing that I would throw in there as well would be like, on getting the 5-ring perfects, it would be a nice incentive to get something back. Like say you get a little bit of SP back for doing it. It'd just be nice to get a little something extra, you know, like a teacher's patting you on the back, you know, hey, good job done, so you done something correct for once, you know, just a little something, nothing too big. It'll just be nice. So we finished a lot of the normal ones to the even more out there ones. Bear with me as we dive further into the Twilight Realm. When you're in the battle, you have a battle menu. You have attack, you have defense, you have items, you have blah 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 blah. What I have here is a branch command within the command menu. So maybe hitting triangle, it'll allow you to access a branch command menu. Press triangle or square, whatever, it doesn't matter what you press. Press whatever, do something, and it gives you a branching command menu. Addition / weapon swap. A lot of people want this. Everywhere you go, when you look for remakes or ideas or anything, you always see,
man, I really wish we could change additions on the fly. I really wish we weren't limited to that one attack. I wish we could change things up.
Wish I had some way to smoke away my grief. Damn, I wish we had a remake.
And I agree. And so here's how I go about that, or how I would go about that if I had any say in anything, which I don't, but I'm just here just tossing random ideas out like a stoner. So here's what I have going down. Addition / weapon swap. This would allow to set either a secondary addition or weapon for each character, but the catch to prevent this from ruining strategic aspect of selecting your gears and approach to each fight, performing this action would act as a guard without a guard heal. On the next turn, your character will have their swapped addition and or weapon. So you have an ability to change on the fly, but it takes up your turn and your character guards. By doing that, only they don't get the guard heal. Or it really doesn't matter how you go about it. Just the concept of it counts, alright? Just the concept of it. So your change, it costs you a turn, but I think it'll be smart to have you guard. And on the next turn, you get your swapped addition, or you get your swapped weapon, or your swapped equipment, or whatever. So it'll give you the option to either have an addition or a weapon or a gear piece. You know, what do you value more for this fight? And that's how I would go about that. So you can't just change every powerful addition on the fly. You know, you still have to kind of think it out a bit, ideally at least. So moving on to what if number, I don't know. Physical counter defense. Another one that people really want, the ability to counter the opponents. But here's how I would do it. Here's my take on it. So an action that defends similar to guard, just like the last one I mentioned. Cons, it doesn't recover HP. It gets stunned when hit with magic. The pros, on physical hit, the screen turns red, a la the counter, and it triggers a 1 counter square that is either deceptively quick or deceptively slow for the player to hit. Missing the timing would result in taking half the damage because you guarded. Getting the timing would result in half the damage being halved and split between the attacker and defender. So the guard damage that was halves would then be split between attacker and defender, you know. And that's how I would handle the counter attack. You have to still be preemptive about planning it out. And there's a whisk reward, you know, you have to take, obviously. You have to be considerate about that. You can't abuse it. Yeah, that covers just about everything. That's everything that I had listed in here. Let me know if you guys have anything. What are your ideas? What would you want to change if there were a remaster, remake, or anything that you can change to update the game to make it more up to speed with the generation? What's something that you would want, or did I cover any of it? Did I cover some of the bases? Were my ideas too out there? Did you think, brother, you is twibbin'? Or did you think, brother, you is my brother from another mother? Here's some Cheerios, dap it up, cuz you ready for this. You know, what's your thoughts on this? I know one thing out there, a lot of people are probably gonna be thinking like, Miru is too OP. Miru's speed and Miru's damage. To hell with her. You know, I don't know why Miru gets so much hate when, you know, they act like, I feel like people, it's like Miru is attacking them when they're the one using Miru to abuse the game. I'm sorry, that's just Tekken. It's just funny for me to think of it like that. They're like, damn, this Miru ruining everything. Okay, so I know Miru's probably going to be one thing that people are going to want. And my opinion on that is that it takes a lot for Miru to even, you have to work with her for a long amount of time just to get her to that point. It's a lot of commitment with her. And on top of that, I don't think it's that severe to the point where I think it needs to be adjusted. It's not like it's a fighting game where you're fighting other players or anything like that. You know, it's just abusing the game. But my change that I would have for it would just be alternate difficulties, multiple difficulties, like the Japanese version. I say the Japanese version a lot. I really love the Japanese version. It's really good. You look cute when you eat those fries. Now go ahead and get a taste of that Big Mac. But yeah, I would have multiple Big Macs where you could change, you know, change the version settings, because in the JP version, magic is pretty bunk. Enemy speed values are altered. You know, they're faster. They counter a lot more, so you're not really going to get all that much in by you're trying to outspeed them. You know, and just in general, it feels like everything is in there to kind of limit a lot of the magic users in the game. So it's like, I don't think Miru's top tier in the Japanese version of the game. She might be, but from my standpoint right now, from what I can see is in the game, I don't think Miru's top tier. I think Hassel's going to be top. I think Hassel's top tier in the Japanese version. I don't think Miru's top tier, but she's probably still up there because speed is important. But yeah, I'll have multiple difficulties, and just for the crazies like myself, the many like myself, who love this game, who want a challenge that is unforgiving, I offer a dragon campaign difficulty, or some shit similar like that, something like that. So let me spell this. Let me get this some ASMR on this one. Okay, hold on.
Think of it like this. Damn it, my screen turned off. Okay. Think of it like this. The players start off with all the stardust, all the gold, all the equipment from the previous playthrough. All the additions become counterable, even double slash, and requires a perfect press to beat. Meaning if you don't get that perfect frame, perfect counter, you lose. On a counter at least. You don't lose the game, you just lose the counter. Mobs are altered with randomized attacks that can range anywhere from singles to powerfuls to psych bombs to bewitchment. Anything in the book, as long as it's not too cheap. Like what's it called? What the hell is it called? like petrification. Right? Anything that's not too cheap, like petrification. At least until you get to later in the game. More physical-based enemies would inflict stun with physicals. An example, Frugo, Fairband, and Congo. And many other bosses and many other mobs would all have things that are catered to their playstyle being more prevalent.
Of course, I don't know if I made this speech already, but I'll make it again. All of these changes are only, or should only be considered after all the systematic changes are done. Of course, the frame rate, the things are all, I think I've already made this speech before. There's so many things that should come before this. But anyways, that's about to complete this episode of What If Remastered / remake / whatever, and bootleg and stuff. Let me know if you like this kind of random content that is like, it's not a playthrough, it's just a project and stuff that nobody really asked for, things that nobody asked for, things that nobody ever will ask for. If you like me doing these things that are out there semi in-depth for no reason. But let me know if you like all this kind of more, I guess, premeditated content. If you like more premeditated content, then let me know. I plan to do more things like this because it just feels more right to me. I feel like when I don't do things like this, I feel like I'm lazy, I feel like, I just feel like this is something that I was meant to do. But it's just kind of a thing where like I gotta set up the mic and start talking first before I can put together the project, and it's kind of like backwards because with me it's like the last thing I want to do is talk. The last thing I want to do, I don't want to talk at all, so sometimes I shy away from it and I just don't do it. But I'm doing it now because I was testing my mic for some reason and it's still not working perfectly. It's still like crackling noises happening with my blue snowball. I don't know why. Never did this before, but it's doing it now. But it's my best microphone, so I'm sticking with it. I fixed some of the things, I hope. But yeah, with that, I bid you further adieu. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Hope you guys have a wonderful time. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are staying in the righteous lane, and I hope everything is going well for you. And with that, I bid you further adieu. May peace be with. Always keep your hands up. Deuces, dos, posts, adios, stay cool. And if you like my content, be sure to show some love. But always be sure to show some love to the people that matter to you. This is ITOwl, and be cool. Peace.